was born in the West Midlands in England, came to Malta in 1989. I trained in England to be in office work, so never really did anything in the creative field. After about 3 years of being here, I started doing pottery lessons with Maltese ceramist Anna Chavala. And it was a break from the everyday routine. We used to go on a Friday evening. Used to like that it was just totally different from everything else that I was doing. And after about 6 years, it was an addiction during 6 years. But after that period, I decided that I wanted to set up my own studio. Bought my own kiln, had a wheel made for me. 2005, I decided to take it a bit more seriously. So I applied for a BA Honours course in Design Ceramics for Glasgow School of Art. A really interesting experience. Lots of foreign ceramists visiting, teaching us their techniques. Real eye-opener to be off the island and learning so much more about ceramics. And not just the medium itself, but how to present it and how to present myself. It was random. It was really random why I started taking pottery classes. And I don't know, there was something in me. Only recently I've been telling people the story of when I was a kid. I used to have repetitive dreams of texture. And there was no colour or sound or anything in the dreams. There was just a run of texture coming past my eyes. I know that sounds so freaky. And when I started working with clay, the dream stopped. And it sounds so kitsch and whatever, but it's the honest truth. Really strange thing, and the dreams are so vivid to me even now. I think underneath it all, I just love clay. Clay is just such an amazing medium to work with. Sharing it with people, working on my own in the studio, creating pieces, it's just fantastic. I get to meet all sorts of interesting people through working in the medium as well. People with disabilities I work with, children I work with, adults, teaching them one-to-one throwing. It's just fantastic. Clay, it's just so tactile. Even if you don't produce anything, just the feel of it. It's so pliable. It has a different temperature to your body. You realise that it's present and you're so involved in it. I don't think that any other medium would suit me. I'm a very tactile person, so I need that sense of touch. Seeing something that's just a blob of mud being transformed into a shape and something that's functional is really amazing. I do miss the medium when I'm not working with it. If I go abroad for a few days, I'm craving to get back and start working again. I really do miss it. I don't like to look at other people's work. I don't want to be inspired by other people's work. I do try to keep aware of what's out there, but inspiration comes more from stories, news events, people's character, people in my life, and autobiographical stuff as well. I can feel an emotion and I can see form from it. And if I have those pieces out in a market or in an exhibition, I won't tell people about the texture. I'll try and let them stumble across it. Yeah, that's a very private side of my work, the private input. Before I went self-employed, I thought that I had to plan it all out. That, I needed to know where I was going, what work I'll be taking on. It doesn't work like that. Things just fall into your lap and people turn up and it's so spontaneous. Projects, there's things that I'd like to do, the sculptures that I have in my head. When I actually produce them will just be when the time is right. I think the excitement, you react to your work in that time of excitement as well. Things are very free and expressive. Never be satisfied with what you do or not immediately satisfied. Go on a journey of development with the work that you're doing. It's all too easy to produce something and say, oh, wow, that's fantastic. But then you should push boundaries more, go further with it.